Hello everybody and welcome back to another video on Roblox Empire Clash. In today's video we are going to be going over the best ways to make money. Our first method is mining, second method working as a blacksmith, third method hunting, and fourth method being a soldier or a thief. Alright, without further ado, let's jump right into it. Okay, so I'm inside the monastery right now, as you can see on the map. This will work if you're in the monastery, the village, the citadel, or the city square. So what you're gonna do first is walk into this tool store right here and open up the shop. And here we're gonna purchase a gold pickaxe. There's no available in stock right now, but I already have one. And if you're in a server where there's no gold pickaxes available, just get a steel or iron pickaxe, whichever one you can afford. So this method, mining, works best if you're a brand new player. As you can see, I am a peasant right now. I have all my rusty tools in my inventory, but I'm not going to use any of them because I can afford gold tools. So if you can afford it, the next thing you're going to do is go into the arms store and buy a hunting rifle. I already have one in my inventory again, but this is going to be, it's not a necessity, but it does help to defend yourself. Alright, so if you can afford it, after you purchase your hunting rifle, we're going to walk this way and we're going to be heading over to the mountain estate. There's a big cave system here and it's a good spot to find gold and iron. So if you're in the monastery like I am, just head right out these gates or climb this ladder and we're going to start walking just this way and we'll come to the mountain estate pretty soon. If you're wondering on even more spots to find gold, you can check out my other video where I go much more in depth on the best places to find gold in the map. Alright, so just to check in on where we are on our map, we're right here, right about to enter the tunnel that gets us to the mining estate. Before we do that, we can mine some coal with our gold pickaxe, and what we're going to want to do while we're in the caves is find iron and also gold. Gold sells for the most amount of money as long as it's under 30, which is 180 coins for each piece of gold that you find. Some ways to increase the amount of gold you get are buying a gold pickaxe and having your monarch enact encourage mining. You can view the edicts that your monarch has enacted by pressing P on keyboard or clicking on this crown symbol. Then going to Politics, going to Crown Authority, click View Edicts, and see I have Encourage Mining enacted. So that means we get a 50% increase in mined resources, which means I'll get 2 times as much gold, iron, and coal as I would without this edict. And it is actually very helpful, and you end up getting a lot more gold than you would normally. Alright, so now that we're right here in this tunnel, we come to this little ledge. There's 2 pieces of iron, which you can take if you want them. And then all we're going to do is just jump off right here. Jump off right on this side. Here we are on the map. You jump off here and start heading down this river. So all we're going to want to do is swim along this little lake until we get right here to our first gold node. So mine this up and continue down this tunnel and we'll get to our second gold node. Alright, so after exiting this tunnel, we come to this big room. So you can mine some iron here. There's a lot of iron in this specific cave, so mine as much as you can hold. And remember, your inventory only maxes out at 200 items. So if you want to check how much you have, click on this button right here, or press B, and see I have 117 iron. So if I mine above 200, I won't get any more. The item number maxes out at 200. So now let's mine our second piece of gold. And in total, from those 2 gold nodes, I got 6 pieces, which is not great. Usually you get more, but that's okay. So now, after mining that, we're going to come along this way and head right out by this bridge. And this will plop us out right by a road. Alright, now that we've exited this cave right here, you can see the road is right over here. There's also some coal, so feel free to grab it if you need any. So now that we're out of this mountain estate, let's head back to the monastery, the village, the citadel, or the city square. To max out the items you got from mining, I would recommend joining a larger server, say with like 80 people, so that when the blacksmiths use up the materials, you can sell them again. Now, the other way to do this is to start our next method entirely and become a blacksmith. So the way you can do that is going into this building called the conscriptions. There's one of these in the monastery, city square, citadel, and village. So if we head in here and we talk to the clerk, we can switch our job without having to reset and losing our items. So let's try to be a blacksmith right now. Alright, perfect. I'm now a blacksmith. I'm gonna head over to the firearms shop and show you an item that makes you the most money. So here we have, so when you're a blacksmith, you're gonna wanna head over to this shop inventory thing and click on it. So here we can make anything we want. So you can see how much you'll earn right down here. So you see if we make the cannonball, we'll make 140. If we make the flintlock pistol, we'll make 175 coins. If we make the baker rifle, we'll make 200, which is the most you can make. So let's start with the baker's rifle. And the game does a nice and easy tutorial that shows you exactly how to make it. So it's pretty self-explanatory. So, as we finish up our baker's rifle here, you can see that I will make 200 coins. Just wait for 1 second, it'll pop up right here. Perfect, we've just made 200 coins. Now we can open the shop and see that there's now one more baker's rifle in stock, which is great. This is a great way to make money, but then after you're done crafting your items, you can also sell back the items that it just used up. Because every item that you make uses up a certain amount of resources. So as we make it, we can just sell back the stuff that we've made, and it's a great way to make money in two different ways. One by crafting, another by selling back the items that you just used. So now let's go to the tool shop and I'll show you the best items to craft. Once again, click on the shop inventory and open the stockpile. So the best things to make are gold tools, gold axes, gold knives, gold pickaxes, gold sickles, and cannon parts. Cannon parts and gold pickaxes will make you the most amount of money. Gold pickaxe making you the most, but all gold tools will. And it's nice to make people if there's other people in the server, gold tools. So I'm gonna start making this gold knife and I'll cut back to you when I'm done. So as you can see, now that we're done with our gold knife, we just made 75 coins. And once again, we can open the shop and sell back the resources that we used to make it. So as you see, we use 3 iron, so we sell back 3, and we use 1 gold, so we can sell back 1 gold. Alright, after making that knife, I'm gonna head into the sword shop just to show you which items will make you the most amount of money. So the officer's sword, oh, I'm in the wrong UI. So the officer's sword will make you 130 coins, which is pretty good. The cavalry sword will make you a good amount of coins as well. So if you want the most coins, make officer's swords. If you want the second most, make cavalry swords, followed by this weapon right here. We still have one left, which is the armor shop. Unfortunately, I have not unlocked it yet. But the best things to make there are the gold chest plates, and they will make you a ton of money. So try to make as many gold chest plates as you can. They will use up a lot of resources, but they're definitely worth it, as each makes you about 600 coins. Alright, now we're going to be switching to our next profession, which will be a hunter, and I'll show you the best places to hunt deer on the map. Alright, perfect. Here we are. So what you're going to want to do for being a hunter is buy a gold knife, as that will make you it will give you more items each time you kill a deer. So we're going to head into this tool shop, if you didn't see, and buy a gold knife. Unfortunately, there's none in stock right now, but I already have one in my inventory. If there's none in stock, you could go try asking another blacksmith who's working to make you one. So as you're being a hunter, you're also going to want to carry a hunting rifle, which, as I showed you before, you can purchase from the firearms store. So now the best places deer spawn on the map are right here by the monastery. Deer spawn right here, and they'll often meet in the middle and you can kill them there. And the other spot they spawn is right here, right by the factory, down below. So we're gonna head over to the deer spawn right over here to see if we can catch any and kill them. And then I'll show you what to do with the deer hide and raw meat that you get after killing them. Now, it is also a lot easier to kill deer during the day when you can see them. It's a lot harder at night because you can't see anything because it's so dark. So I'm gonna wait until the sun rises. Alright everybody, it's now lighter, so hopefully you can see a little better. So, there should be some deer spawning right about here. Oh, perfect, by this beehive. And here we can see some deer. So, if you have a hunting rifle, just aim it and then fire. And if you don't, you can use your war scythe, which I will show you how to use. Alright, so let's head up to the top of the hill and see if we can see any more deer. Alright, so as you can see, there is one more deer right here. And I'll use the war scythe to kill it just for demonstration. So, you just slice it. You're gonna want to wait till they move because they can actually walk faster than you when you're in the grass. So here you just hit it over and over again. It's kind of sad, but yeah. You're gonna want to follow it wherever it goes. And it will take, I don't know how many hits. It depends on how much damage you do each hit, which is randomized. Perfect. So now we have killed the deer and we skin it with our gold knife. So when you're using a gold knife, it also takes significantly less time to skin the deer than when you're using a rusty knife, which is another reason why I like it. So let's take our rather small amount of raw deer and raw deer hide and back to the monastery, the village, the citadel, or the city square. I'm just gonna head back to the monastery because it's easiest and I'm closest to it. Alright, so inside your monastery, you're gonna wanna come right here to where you can craft your raw meat into cooked meat. So you just hold E for a while. It shouldn't take too long because I don't have that much meat. Perfect, we're done now. So then for leather, we're gonna wanna head over to that symbol right there. And they're usually right next to the furnace, depending on what kingdom you're in. You can see the campfire is where you're gonna wanna cook the meat, and this little leather symbol is where you're gonna wanna create leather. So it takes a little bit longer to turn the deer hide into leather, but that's all. Alright, so now that we're done crafting our leather, we're gonna head over to one of these shops and I'll show you where you sell it. So you head into like the firearm shop, and right here is where you can sell the leather. So you see there's 3 in stock, so let's sell 7, and that'll get us up to 10, which means we got the most value from our moat. Now I'm gonna head over to the tavern, which has this like symbol, and here's where we can sell our either raw meat for 7 coins or cooked meat for 9 coins. So I have 52 cooked meat, so I'm gonna sell 20 and get just a slight bit. So for cooked meat and raw meat, it doesn't matter when you sell it because the price never changes no matter how much is in stock. Same with bread and anything in this menu. Alright, so now that we're done with being a hunter, let's switch to a soldier. So I'm gonna be a footman, mostly because it's the cheapest one. So I'm gonna change my class. And when you're a footman, you automatically spawn in with an infantry sword. So this one is not as good as, say, the officer's sword, but it will still get you out of a few sticky situations. When you're a soldier, you can also go into the firearm shop and you can now buy baker's rifle and infantry muskets. Another way to get infantry muskets, if your king imports them at the quartermaster. There'll be muskets here that you can pick up and grab and use. But a hunting rifle works just fine. So when you're a soldier, what you're going to want to do is listen to your king's orders. So your king will probably be talking a lot in the chat about where to rally, where to fight. So when he says rally, like if my king said rally at logging camp, that means I'd walk over to logging camp and try to help capture it with him. So while you're being a soldier, you will be at the most risk because people will try and kill you all the time, and you will probably lose your items. So as you can see, I have a ton of items right now, like almost 200 iron, 100 coal, a lot of gold, like a ton of items. So whenever you get killed, you always lose half of your items, which is why it's not a great idea to be a soldier with a ton of items. So make sure you try and sell all of your items away before becoming a soldier. So now that I'm here, I've reached the logging camp, I'm going to just hold E by this flag and begin the raid. Each one of these names on the maps has a flag somewhere, and you can all capture each one. So then all you're going to want to do is sit here and wait for that line to fill. Your king can speed it up by, again, press on this crown signal, go to politics, go to view edicts, and if your king enacts offensive doctorate, you can capture enemy or neutral territories twice as fast. So it's very nice to use. I like to enact this because it makes me capture things much faster than I would without it. So when you're a soldier, the only way to make money really is by the king's wage and what he pays you each minute. So you can see how much he pays you by pressing P or this crown symbol, going to politics, going to economy, and looking at the class wages. See, if you're a farmer in my kingdom, you get 1 coin per minute, craftsman 3 coins per minute, soldier 8 coins per minute, and nobility 10 coins per minute. So being a soldier, you would get paid 8 coins each minute, which would be very nice if you were a soldier. So soldier is probably the least profitable job because you lose a lot of money buying guns, items, armor, but you do, if you win the round, you will gain a lot of money. I'm not sure how much it would be in my case, but it would be a good chunk of money. Probably not as much as you spent though. So if you're a soldier, just know that you're probably going to lose a little bit of money. Alright, let's summarize. So if you're a new player, I would say that mining is the best way to make money. It is sort of risky because you may get killed while you're mining, but it is a good sacrifice to make because you'll probably get a lot of good items. It's best to do in a small server where there's not as many people trying to mine the same resources at once. If you would like a more in-depth tutorial on how to find the best gold node locations, click up here. Alright, the next money-making method that we went over today was working as a blacksmith. This is a great way to make money in a safe way. It's better to do this one in a larger server because there will be more people stocking and restocking the shops that you are getting materials from to build items such as Baker rifles or gold chest plates. Alright, as I was saying, being a hunter is a little risky because you could get killed while mining. It is also best to do in smaller servers once again because there will be less hunters contesting for deer. So if you're going to be a hunter, you're going to want to spawn in at the monastery and be on whatever team owns the monastery, because right over here is where you're going to be wanting to go for deer most. If you could also be on whichever team owns the Citadel, Camp Dogwater, Factory, Mining Camp, because deer also spawn right here. So this spot and this spot are the only 2 spots that deer spawn on the whole. So the last money-making method is being a soldier, which is not very profitable at all. Depending on how much the king pays you, which you can see right here by pressing P, clicking on this crown, and then going to economy, and you're right here if you're going to be a soldier. So as long as you get at least 8 coins per minute, you will make a little bit of money. But depending on how much armor, guns, and tools you're buying, you may not make that much money. So in summary, the best ways to make money are mining and being a hunter. Those two, depending on how much items you get for each mining trip and each hunting trip, are the best ways to make money. The second best is, of course, being a blacksmith and making different armor. Here on the side, you can see the best items to craft to make the most amount of money. And the least profitable money-making way is being a soldier. If you would like action, fighting, and stuff like that, for all means, go do it. Be a soldier. Just know that you may not make any money at all. Alright everybody, that's it for today. Let me know if you liked this video and what you would like to see me do next in Roblox Empire Clash.